Picture this. You walk into your favorite store, and suddenly everything is on sale. Half price. What do? You probably buy more, right? Or imagine the opposite. Prices double overnight. You'd probably buy less or nothing at all. Congratulations, you just experienced the laws of supply and demand. And these two forces, they control almost every price you see. Let's break it down. Let's start with demand. Demand is simple. It's how much of something people want to buy at different prices. The key word here is want. Not need, not wish for, but actually want to buy and can afford. Here's the rule. When prices go down, people buy more. When prices go up, people buy less. This makes sense, right? If pizza costs $5, you might buy 2 slices. But if it suddenly costs $20 a slice, you're probably getting 1 slice or skipping it altogether. We call this the law of demand. Price and quantity demanded move in opposite directions. High price, low demand. Low price, high demand. Think of it like a seesaw. When one side goes up, the other goes down. Now let's visualize this with the demand curve. We put price on the vertical axis and quantity on the horizontal axis. The demand curve slopes downward from left to right. Why? Because as price goes down, quantity demanded goes up. It's that inverse relationship we just talked about. High up on the curve, high price, low quantity. Low down on the curve, low price, high quantity. The curve always slopes down for demand. Now let's flip to supply. Supply is how much of something producers are willing to sell at different prices. Notice I said willing, not able. Producers want to make a profit, so they respond to prices. Here's how it works. When prices are high, producers want to make more. When prices are low, producers want to make less. Why? Because higher prices mean more profit. If you're selling lemonade and people will pay $5 a cup instead of $1, you're going to make way more lemonade. This is the law of supply. Price and quantity supplied move in the same direction. High price, high supply. Low price, low supply. Both go up together or both go down together. Now let's look at the supply curve. Same axes, price vertical, quantity horizontal. But this time, the supply curve slopes upward from left to right. Why? Because as price goes up, quantity supplied goes up. That direct relationship. Low on the curve, low price, low quantity produced. High on the curve, high price, high quantity produced. The curve always slopes up for supply. So we've got demand pulling one way and supply pulling another. What happens when they meet? That's where the magic happens. Equilibrium. Equilibrium is the perfect balance. It's the price where the amount people want to buy equals the amount producers want to sell. When you put both curves on the same graph, they cross. That intersection point, that's equilibrium. No shortages, no surpluses. Everything clears the market. Think of it like a handshake between buyers and sellers. Buyers say, we'll buy this much at this price. Sellers say, we'll sell this much at this price. And when those numbers match, boom, equilibrium. But what if the price is too high? Then you get a surplus. We're above the equilibrium point. Producers make way more than people want to buy. Shelves are full, but nobody's buying. So what happens? Sellers drop the price to get rid of the extra. The price falls back down until we're at equilibrium again. Now what if the price is too low? Then you get a shortage. We're below the equilibrium point. Everyone wants to buy, but there's not enough to go around. Long lines, sold out signs everywhere. So what happens? Sellers raise the price because they can. The price climbs back up until demand cools off and we're at equilibrium. The market is always trying to find that balance. It's like a thermostat. Too hot, cool down. Too cold, heat up. The price adjusts until supply and demand meet in the middle. Let's see this in action with a real example. Concert tickets. Imagine your favorite artist announces a surprise concert. Everyone wants to go. Demand is through the roof. But there are only so many seats. Supply is limited. What happens to the ticket price? It skyrockets. That's the market adjusting to high demand and low supply. Now imagine the opposite. A band nobody's heard of, playing in a huge stadium. Lots of seats, not many people interested. Low demand, high supply. What happens? Ticket prices drop. Maybe they even give tickets away for free just to fill seats. That's equilibrium in action. Here's what you need to remember. Supply and demand work together to set prices. When demand goes up and supply stays the same, prices rise. When supply goes up and demand stays the same, prices fall. It's always this push and pull between buyers and sellers. And here's the cool part. This happens everywhere. Gas prices, sneaker prices, concert tickets, video games, avocados, housing, jobs, even your time. Everything has a supply, everything has a demand, and the price adjusts until they meet. So next time you see a price that seems crazy high or surprisingly low, ask yourself what's happening with supply and demand. Is there a shortage driving the price up? A surplus driving it down? Once you understand these two forces, you can predict what prices will do next. You've now got the foundation of economics, supply and demand. Two simple concepts that explain how markets work. Master these, and everything else in economics starts to click. You're officially thinking like an economist. Next up, we're diving into elasticity, why some price changes matter way more than others. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. See you there.